The Sportfish Restoration Fund was established in 1950, and it used a 10% federal manufacturer's excise tax on certain fishing equipment. In 1980, it was amended to draw funding from taxes on motorboat fuels. The program generates nearly $650 million a year and has provided $10 billion to angling and boating access projects nationwide. Projects like the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife Sturgeon project. Today we're on the Willamette River, just south of downtown Portland. The crew is set lining for sturgeon as part of their yearly stock assessment survey. These set lines catch mostly sturgeon anywhere from 2 feet long up to 8 or 9 or even 10 feet if they're lucky. They do this by raising up the anchor, which is on one end of the line. Each line has 40 ganyons, which are droppers that have a clip on one end and a length of line that leads to a hook. They use circle hooks because it reduces handling time and stress for these fish. And the crew used 3 different sizes, 12, 14, and 16/0. These hooks are baited with pickled squid. ODFW staff tested a number of baits many years ago, and it was determined that sturgeon seemed to prefer pickled squid. Actually, sturgeon prefer lamprey, which they have probably been eating for millions of years, but lamprey are a species of concern in Oregon, so the ODFW sturgeon crew pickles their own squid for bait. The crew lay out the lines on a Monday, and then they fish them over the next 3 days. Each day they lift up the lines, check them, take any fish that are on the lines off, and work them up.
Okay, no marks.
So right now the crew's checking to see if the fish has been marked, which means if it's had a scoot cut off.
No tag.
And they're also checking for pit tags with that green and gray scanner.
Taking 2.
We always take the second left scoot off any fish that we tag so that it can be visually identified as a pit tagged fish. And then we apply a pit tag.
113.
018 Alpha.
Correct.
Good.
Cool.
The purpose of this survey is to study and monitor the sturgeon population. Anything from developing a population estimate so they can establish harvest guidelines to looking at growth and the condition of the fish. Basically collecting information to ensure that this population of fish is healthy and sustainable. Set lining has pretty much been a constant since the program started in the late 1980s. The Willamette River below Willamette Falls is divided into 5 sections, and within those sections there are 8 zones, and they randomly pick 6 sections within the zones to survey each year. That's how science works. Set lines tend to be most effective on the sizes of sturgeon that are in the traditional harvest slot, or what anglers can keep during retention seasons. ODFW sturgeon crew also survey young of the year with gill nets, which, with this survey, covers most age classes of sturgeon.
Correct.
This survey is just one of many projects funded by the Sportfish Restoration Fund, and it ensures that sturgeon can remain one of the most popular fishing experiences in the Pacific Northwest for many years to come.